Hello, hello, good morning, and welcome to Pieces That Pat Paints. I'm Pat. I paint pieces. You watch me paint pieces, and that's pretty much what we do. And we talk about all sorts of different stuff. We talk about literally whatever. I don't care. I'm a motor mouth. And I love chatting with people, and I love talking, and I love painting. I don't like painting all by myself because it gets weird. I like to have people that ask questions and stuff like that, even though I don't see them immediately. I'm usually kind of heads down, but I will answer a lot of questions. There. I like it better when it's over there. And I forgot to turn on this light. I'm also, I'm not like the biggest tech guy, and YouTubing is definitely something that's an interesting endeavor for myself. I was a former chef, and now I paint pieces. We do this every weekday-ish, most of the time. Sometimes I have things going on, but, And we're here from 10 until 11 Central Standard Time in the U.S. I know we have a lot of folks from all over the world that like to come and see us, so that's amazing. And so like whatever that time is, I don't know what that time is, so I'll just state what my time is so that you can kind of coordinate from there. And that's the beauty of the internet, right? Anyway, we've been working on Godfrey, which this guy is just so amazing. I gotta be careful. His ass is not glued down, so it's kind of at a weird, funny angle, but you can kind of see what the whole project's gonna end up looking like. I went ahead and got the both hands are pretty much done and neat and ready to be glued on there. We're gonna probably fluff out the last bit of white like we were talking about yesterday, but I went ahead and did up the other hand just to have it done. They look great. The other hand has really nice fingernails. The one that's pointing up, luckily, so we got to put his fingernails in. They look really, really good. And then the axe is ready to go. We're going to do a few more little bits on it and finish it up. And then do a couple touch-ups here and there. Some things that I saw after I kind of looked at it for a little while that I want to kind of do. And then that's it. We'll be finished with this guy today, which is crazy. It's been wild. A lot of episodes on this guy, a lot of hours in, and I can't wait for our client to see it. He's gonna freak out. So we've got a nice back of the cloak here. Don't forget to enter the poll. We got a poll going on. Poll closes at the end of the live. For those of you who watch us when we're not live, I apologize. You were not able to participate in the poll. And that's all right. That's all right. Sometimes I do polls that are just on the community tab too, so you can get in there and get on some of those votes, because it's a lot of fun to be able to vote in the polls. Everybody likes polls. It's fun. As long as the polls make sense. I hate polls that don't make any sense. You're like, why are we even? The obvious answer is not on here, and it's weird. Stop it. But that's just me. Like a redundant poll is, or polls where like, okay, well the obvious answer isn't even here to choose from, so why would it? What are we doing? So, but anyway, we got more Elden Ring stuff with Ronnie, which is she's a blue witch, really cool. She's got like 4 arms and kind of like a doll, as a witch. And she's got a little library set up, I think, if I remember what the miniature looks like. I haven't put it all together, but there's like candles and boats and stuff. Anyway, we also have a UNT, which is it's like a little snake warrior. He's got arms, and I don't know, it's kind of fun. And he's been sitting in my pile of shame for a while, and I've been meaning to paint him up. for a while. And he's going to be one of our little side projects if we ever want to. And I also have some Necrons I need to paint up for my for one of my boys, so that they can play 40K because they want to play 40K, and we're gonna probably work on getting some squads ready to go so the boys can play. And now that the Tyranids are, I almost have 1,000. I almost have fully painted to my desired level 1,000 points of Tyranids. I still have a lot of Termagants to go through and some Rippers. But man, Gaunts and Rippers, ugh. Painting that stuff make your eyes go crazy. Especially the color scheme I've got, it's really crazy. Anyway, you guys came here to watch me paint, not listen to me talk. So let's go ahead and activate the painting cam, which is way over there right now. And we're going to shrink Stevovision over. There's some Necron, or some Tyranids right there. And our giant is over here. Whenever we get to 250, I'm going to paint. This is a really old. Oh god, we got a great picture of him there. This is a really old giant. When we reach 250, I'm going to do him. I've had him sitting around in a box forever. He needs like one more little brushing of some. There's some little cracks that still need a little bit of primer on him, and he'll be ready to go. But he's got a lot of cool little details, and he's going to be fun. I want to do his pattern. There's a way they do it in the old Warhammer books that I'm going to kind of work on. And there we go. Music today, White Bat Audio. I love their stuff. It's so funny. I only really listen to synth stuff when I'm painting. But I do enjoy it. It's great to paint too, especially here on the lives. Like I love doing the lives this way. Okay, so we'll probably get a little crazy again, as per usual. One of my hairs. Ooh, that's gross. Well, I mean, I guess it's not as gross as it would have been. I was a chef, so like things that are. That's what we're gonna get a little bit more water in here just to keep that thing wet. You can't really do this with some palettes or some stuff like these thinner, these more traditional mono paints. They don't hold up to this as well as some of the others. So. All right, so to get this guy finished, I'm gonna go ahead and put these arms back on here real quick. What am I doing? Putting the wrong arm on the wrong arm. There we go. Okay. We need to come in and we need to do all these rope pieces. There's ropes on each one of these guys. We need to figure out what we're going to do with these rings. I want to change these ring colors. And I might come back with just a little bit more of the iron and bring this down just a little bit. It's a little bit more silver than I was hoping for it to turn out as, but I haven't really decided. We're going to put in this Naples to start this rope, and we're going to worry about that in a bit. Our other questions, burning questions. But it gives us a chance to kind of bling out some of that metal. We can do some bronze, we can do some silvers. I do have another bronze. It's not quite as shiny. Oh, what am I put? I was talking about bronze. Now I'm trying to paint the rope bronze. That's not going to work. And don't worry too much about getting it all the way down in those cracks. As long as it's on the tops of the ropes, you're going to be fine. A lot of times once you drop a wash on there, a lot of that other stuff will just kind of disappear for you. And it's going to sink into those cracks. And honestly, it's always, a wash is definitely the best way to do ropes when they're little. If you're getting like a big rope, a big thick rope, you can do a little bit more work with it. But when it's this size right here, it's really better just to paint them and wash them and let those cracks pop out. And it kind of gets that weathered look, and like it's been used a few times and blah blah blah. I'm still considering a wash on this here, so I don't know. I like the way that dirty wash gets on there. Weathering looks good for it. I do want to try to get the edges. But we're not really worried. You don't need to try to worry about jamming your brush into those little cracks. It's just not. You don't need to do that. Oh, we've had one vote. That's great. I like votes. I can't actually see. I don't know. I can't see what the polls say. I think I have to vote. I think I have to vote myself to get into the poll. Golly, I don't know. Okay. So I'm gonna vote on that one. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. No, that did not work. Back my chat, you weirdo. Oh no. Tell me I didn't lose chat. Uh-oh. Now it's acting funny. See, this is why I tell you I'm not that tech. I'm not the super tech guy. I really need a producer. I just can't pay one. Okay, great. Came back. Spiritedly voted for something. I can't see anything because I can't. The poll is covering up all of my stuff here. Let's see. How do we? I can't see the actual chat because of the poll. That's weird. And the only option I have is to close the poll. Weird. Oh well, I'm gonna keep painting. I can't see your chats until I think they get to a certain level up. So I don't know what to do about that. You'll just McBeardsley, keep people entertained in that chat, I guess. I don't know what to I don't know what to do about that one. Okay, I think we're about done with that one's ropes. Good lord. See, I try a new thing, and then that's funny. Golly, this happens to me like every time I try to do anything new. I always get into some bundled weird thing, bundle of strangeness, and then I'll figure it out. You know, I'll get around to messing with it, and I'll figure it all out. Oh well, we'll close the poll. I'm going to close the poll towards the end of the show, and then we'll see how things go. So anyway, who comes in? Thanks for coming. Appreciate y'all. I really do. Oh, my eyes are itching. My allergies today are just going crazy. Yesterday was real bad. I thought I was going to die. And not honestly, but like not seriously. with the allergies. I'm just having trouble breathing and just craziness. This year's been worse than normal. We had a pretty wet year out here, which is strange. Usually by now everything's dry and dead. Right now it's all pretty and green and full of life. These rope rings are amazing. They're not, it's just a ring of rope. That makes no sense at all. You can't make rope like that. That doesn't, it must be magic rope. On the model it'll look right. You can't tell. It'll look like it's all connected. Dang it. The poles drive me nuts. I only got 2 of those. Wish I could see the chat though. That's driving me crazy. I'll have to see if there's a way to do that and move that. So there's not like a lot of options here. You see feedback, timestamps, participants. Oh, there we go. I can see that Rasmus has joined us. That's good. Oh, and there's more people have chatted. I just can't see it yet. It's coming. I'm waiting with anticipation. Eventually, y'all will chat enough, and it'll drive it up past the little pole thing, and then I'll be like late for the conversation. Oh my gosh, this music's anticipating and making me more anxious too. That's funny. At least I'm a good sport. Oh, I finally booked a Warhammer game I'm going to be playing on Friday. I originally voted for Necrons, but I still can't quite see it yet. I'm finally to part of it. That's good times, man. I love live because it's just so, I don't know, there's just the opportunity for hilarity. The chaos of reality always rears its ugly head. Like it's so good. You can't make it up. It just has to happen organically. And I love that. It's one of the things I love about good performance art. Like if you go to a play or something like that and something happens, and good performers can just kind of roll with that punch, and it's awesome. It's awesome. I'm down for whatever you touch next. So you tell me don't mash my brush bristles. No, do not mash your brush bristles. You really don't want to. I mean, you can. And I'm not actually saying that there's not a time where you absolutely should. There are times where, like, to get the effect that you're looking for, you've got to smash a brush into it. Or like sometimes it's a strange texture, and in order to get it all the way down in there, you're gonna have to ram a brush in there, and kind of, it's not gonna go well, and you know it. But those are the times where you get like that cheapo Walmart brush, or like I bought a bag of brushes off of what was it, Amazon. I bought a bag of brushes for the kids to use until they get better, so they'd stop ruining all my good brushes by stealing them. They couldn't find a brush. Oh, I see Rasmus says, he says hello, and then there's something he put up there. Next, I can't wait. Hopefully this is inspiring more chat so that you guys can get me caught up. For those of you who might just be joining us, I experimented with a poll today, and it has made it to where my chat, I can't see things until like it gets to a certain point in the chat. So if you've come and said hello, hello to you. Thank you for coming. If you haven't said hello, please do, so that it helps move the chat along so that I can see what's going on. Okay, so now that we have all of our ropes yellowed, we're going to come through. We're just going to do a little bit of umber wash on them. We can actually do this whole board with this, which is why we kind of set it this color too, so because that's going to help pick up any of the details in the board. And we're going to come back and do those rivets later, as well as probably do a little bit of edging on the metal here. On this side, we got to be a little bit more careful. We're not trying to do the whole side because this is the metal side. So we do want to get onto the ropes, but we don't necessarily want to run it all the way down onto the metal shaft. Yeah, just kind of like that. Hopefully you guys like the poll though. I mean, I appreciate it. I appreciate that we've got some votes. Hopefully we'll grab some more for the hour is up. I'm working on being just a little bit more chill about things like that. When I very first got started on YouTube, I would get really freaked out, like when things would go wrong like that. It would freak me out. I think I played it off pretty good then, even if it was like I was panicking. But I think I'm much better at it now. I really feel like it's more that chance for it to be chaotic and just to ride it instead of worrying about it. Just ride it out, and it's funnier that way if you just kind of, oh my gosh, here we go again. And I feel like it's almost more authentic for me because I am more of the guy that's kind of gonna laugh at the mistakes. I know that things go wrong in life. I just know that. And if you watch my videos and you watch me paint, and when I make mistakes on this, it's always like that. It's like, oh well, there we go. This is how we fix it. So I'm trying to, as I try new things on YouTube, I'm trying to bring that attitude into it as well. Alright, so that's just a quick paint. We're going to let that dry up. And you can see that's going to pull those ropes. You can't necessarily see the little striations on this camera, but there are little tiny striations. And it gets caught in those striations, which is what we're trying to do. Oh, here we go. Now it's moving. I guess I'll just remain hidden then. It's okay, Erasmus. I see you. What's he currently making the string with? Music. That's a Naples Yellow is what the base of that, the ropes are a Naples Yellow color, and then we're taking this is a raw umber that we're using to kind of bring out the rest of that rope-like look and onto the boards itself, because it'll make that board look more like wood, and this is going to help fill in all these cracks, that sort of stuff. I'm going to see if music definitely has punk lurking, dark alleyways, rogue style, yeah. It's called synth horror playlist, or sci-fi horror synth playlist is the name of this current one, and it's like an hour long, so it should keep us going all the way through, which is great. All right, I think I'm gonna go with a little bit more. The sash is Umber right now too, raw Umber. I'm just gonna make sure we've got all these cracks knocked out before I move on, because we're gonna paint this. I haven't decided. Maybe the blue color. Tell me, to me it feels like something that would play in a horror movie. Yeah, you nailed it before I even announced it. That's amazing. Wait, he paints? Okay, that's good times. All right, I'm going for it. We're gonna put a little wash on this. And I might even come back later and I might even do a little bit of like a little bit of rust or something on there. But I want to grind this out. I just gotta do it. That might be why this looks too silvery. We're not gonna do this. We're just gonna do this interior part. And I gotta start figuring out what we're gonna do with that other stuff. I want to do this because I want to look at it. So I've seen many streamers fix things live on stream. It happens to everyone. I've seen them learn a lot of things live. Yeah, you've got to kind of roll with the punches for sure. I think that may be part of what keeps people off. Like people will start a YouTube channel and then they'll quit, and I think that's part of it. They don't go past that phase of that awkwardness. There's this growth period you have to do, and you have to be able to kind of put yourself out there. And I did that once or twice already. You know, as a chef. Yeah, that looks a lot better toned down. Really helps that axe blade shine. That's what we wanted. And I'm probably just gonna dust the tops of that bronze with a little bit of dry brush, and then I'm gonna leave this whole thing alone there. Rasmus says, my ears. And then McGrizzly says, when do we get to the part where we give the tree a happy little friend? Little Pop Rossi. I don't know. We'll have to. I actually am building a tree. I should get that out. I have a skull dice thing that somebody printed and gave to me, and I'm thinking about putting this tree on it. So it has like this big tree of death. You know what? No, I think I'm gonna go gold. It's gonna do bronze. I think I'm gonna do gold. Well, gold and silver. At least for these rings. Let's do gold on this ring. Yeah, we'll do gold on this ring, gold on that ring, and then we'll do like some silver pieces and probably bronze here. Maybe go with another silver. I don't know. Well, let's see what else they got. Let's try this
Kroger is
one.
bringing you fresh new ways to save. Every time you order Kroger delivery, you'll earn points. You can choose to...
That's a little more jazzy right there. Yeah, this feels a little bit more like somebody coming to beat your ass with an axe. I agree. The other one seems more like you're getting stalked. Good point. That's why see, I gotta figure out how to get this whole thing to work so we can do it the right way. That way I can still see it and leave the pole up. Alright. I do apologize to anybody who comes in and drops the chat and we can't see it yet. There is a little bit of delay on me seeing anything that's coming in due to a big poll being in the way of my my view of the chat. So, you know, there's that. I do like to make everyone feel as welcome as possible. Get out there. Mongolian metal like the Who. Speaking of, I wonder what genres of Godfrey would listen to. Yeah, man, like, yeah, no, that's pretty legit. Chieftains of the Badlands. I can see this guy listening to, like, yeah, some Norwegian death metal and Gojira. Yeah, that'd be funny. Definitely. I can see him, listening to, like, some old crazy metal, too. Lots of Sabbath and stuff like that. He's got that look of that old biker. But you gotta keep him away from the Kid Rock. Be fine. I always disliked Kid Rock. It's not even about what he's like now. I didn't like his music back then. The guy was annoying as hell. That's just straight silver now. I always find pulling down works easier for this sort of thing than trying to go up. Occasionally you might have to, but if you can pull down, it's going to work easier for you. It's something about the way the hand works. I watched a video on it about it, but I forgot exactly what they said. It was many years ago. There should be a way to minimize the pull. I'm not sure how it works on your end. Exactly, that's what I thought too. But I couldn't figure out how to... Oh, I don't know what happened there. Just threw something on there. That was not good. How do we delete that? Remove. Yes. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna stop messing with it. See what happens when I mess with things. Pretty sure that just threw a bunch of text all over the screen. Wow. That's why, you know, I gotta be careful. I start messing with stuff, it gets all nuts. I'm going for the gold plates. Probably going to take more than one layer to get this on here. Definitely like that gold look though, that's nice. Don't worry, I'll try to greet and let peeps know as they come in. Yeah, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. You never know. I actually get most of the views like after the live, which is I find really interesting. But a lot of people view, and we have a lot of returning viewers, so it's not like these are people that are just finding the live late or something like that. These are people who like intentionally watch this later, which is so cool. And shout out to all you folks that are doing that. Really definitely makes it feel like, you know, I should keep going. And it's kind of why I turned off. Oh, I used to have this stat tracker that was like tracking who was how many people were watching, and I would get, you know, you watch it and you kind of get a little obsessed with it, and you're like, oh gosh, how do I get that number to go up, and da 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 da. And then I took it off, and I've actually been a whole lot more chill, and just kind of, I watch for chats now. And it's on a different part of the screen, which is great because like I just saw it move again, so I can kind of see when the chat moves. But that other thing, you know, it was taking me away from what I was doing, and it was breaking my focus. And for me, that's really hard because like I have a tendency to disassociate sometimes into something else, and so it'll be like, oh yeah, what was I doing? Oh, I was painting something. That's not good. When you're on a live show, you want to about painting. You should really be painting. But that's how you can get me off on those fun rants too. Is that like I'll just kind of be like, you know what, and completely forget what I was doing and getting too involved in that other thing. Sometimes it's a superpower, sometimes it's a curse. Oh yeah, that goal is just enough subtle difference. That's great. Hey, we got a third vote. That's kind of fun. Let's see. Let's check chat. Okay. Should we go ahead and minimize the poll? Rasmus says, I wonder if Godfrey and Hulu would like different genres, seeing as they differ so greatly. I don't know. I don't know enough about the lore. I know that like Godfrey is the full form, and then Haru is like the for him guy. Oh yeah, who would love Viking music, right? Like I kind of see him as like Techno Viking. If you ever remember seeing Techno Viking, it's an old video of this guy doing techno, like dancing down the street. It's just giant buff dude. It was really funny. It was all over the internet when I was like in my 20s, I guess. I can't wait to see the rest of that story. Something Nick Beardsley said about Kid Rock. That guy's a wanker. Okay, let's do silver on this piece here. Sounds like something crashed outside my window. Probably my dog tearing stuff up. Beardsley says, funny story. I didn't like Kid Rock for years because of Joe Dirt. The part where he says Def Leppard sucks. Maybe for years that I was a kid. Oh, so you're a big Def Leppard fan. Hysteria. Yeah, you can't really be too hard on Def Leppard, man. Any band that's got a guy that loses an arm and teaches himself how to reteaches himself how to drum, so that they can keep making albums and touring, man. You gotta at least respect them. You don't have to like their music, but you gotta at least respect those guys. And hey, listen, back in the day, they were pulling in lots of girls. You had to have your stuff ready to go. McBeardsley says, I bet Godfrey listens to Vivaldi while Harlow listens to anything that has Latin chant in it. That's funny. Rasmus said, I'd say Arlu would love the Skyrim main menu music. Like, this shit slaps, yo. It's my jam, man. Rocking out the Skyrim music. That's amazing. Or opera. He probably likes some opera. Flight of the Valkyries. Some Vivaldi, maybe. Yeah, you said that already. Vivaldi. We're going to come back here in a bit with some more of that rough iron and get any overpaints cleaned up, and then we should be able to wash this whole thing. I've got to make a decision on this sash. I never noticed the UNT. I'll probably swap my vote to it since I like both D&D and Elden. I'd rather watch Pat paint something I'm familiar with rather than something I don't really know. Oh wait, cannot switch your votes. Well, you know. I'll definitely get around to painting that UNT for sure. And we're up to a third vote, so that's fun. Now we got some real stuff going on. Watch it be a tie. If it's a tie, I'm gonna put it on the community page. That's what we're gonna do. If it turns out a tie, I'll put it on the community page. Everybody can revote, and we can go from there. I don't even know how to look. I think I probably have to go on my other dashboard to look at it. I don't know. It might. And as we've noticed, it's probably better if Pat doesn't mess with the tech while we're running. Everything's working great right now. Let's not mess with that. Also, please, my friend, who is the real Godfrey? When he became Elden Lord, he took the beast regent Sarosh upon his back, so that he may act as a lord and not as a barbarian. Right. I remember that part. And so, like, So Godfrey Horlu is they're the same person, but with Sarosh, he's the Elden Lord Godfrey. He was Horlu the barbarian before. I think I got it. I watched a thing on it all, but it was like an hour long. And there was a lot. There was a lot to it. So I probably need to watch it again. But it was like the complete saga for the lore, on the lore angle. I'm probably not going to play the game itself, but I really enjoy it. The art and the lore of it and stuff like that. It's got a lot of interesting angles. I have a game booked. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I have a game booked for Escalation League tomorrow at noon. I'm gonna go get my ass kicked. It's gonna be amazing. Let's see. Big Brother says, "Oh yeah, Rasmus, did I mention the other day that I was mistaken that when we were talking about bosses, we were talking about Matter, Mother of the Finger, and I actually thinking about Midra, Lord Frenzy Flame." Okay, I'm going to wait till that one comes all the way up so I can read that whole part that Rasmus says, because that sounds important. Really do read the comments, everybody. Oh, with the 4 votes, look at there. So I really do read the comments. And I really will respond if you're new to the channel. I think it's fun. Also, like reading the comments. It helps with the people who come by, I think, and watch it live on the second run. Eventually, we might get to a point where I can't do that, but for now, it's fun. I like it. I think you get to the point where you're going so busy, they have the little super chats or whatever. But for now, you know, hey, I like being able to talk to everybody. I think even with the super chats, I'll try to grab other comments as well the whole way through. It's gonna be awesome. We've been growing like crazy. I think I'm like 215% more growth this last month than the month of the previous 28 days or whatever, which is really cool. Alright, so that's in really nice. Look at all that going really nice. Okay. Now I gotta make a choice on the color of this thing. Smith says, when we drive him to his brink, whether by encouraging an honorable combat or using a bleed build, he kills Sarosh so that he can fight as Horlu and pile bunker you into the ground. I've seen that part in the game. I've watched that part where he just starts just pile driving the ever-living hell out of you. Alright, just a little bit of that iron. We don't need much. Just need a little bit for some fixes. I don't want any little overpaints. Then we'll stain this guy. I gotta make the choice on that sash. Not much of it really. At least not on that side. little bit more on this side. Rasmus says, honestly, both would be pretty cool to see him paint. Midris, totally not Sauron head. Probably be pretty tricky to do. I'll have to look at that one. We were talking about, Mike and I were talking about a bunch of different options and sculpts and stuff. And it seems to be like this is really a big hit, is painting this Elden Ring stuff. People really seem to be enjoying it. And it's growing the channel, so, you know, I think we're definitely going to keep that in an option. I'm really happy with that blade. Those brush strokes look so cool. Alright, let's put that wash on and get moving. We're at 54 minutes already, and I still got some other things to do. We're gonna run till we're done, though. Again, this wash is made from oil paint and mineral spirits. And mineral spirits really helps thin down the oil paint and lets us kind of get into all the nooks and crannies here. Really going to help tone things down. And if you need to, you can always come back. I'm going to show you a little bit here, just how to do it here in just a second. And you can take some of it off if you feel like you got too heavy in place or whatever have you. Come on, use a little hair makeup finish just your kitchen here. You can polish these back up just a little bit. And still leave some of that grime. And you can even dry brush that. You can dry brush later too if you want. But I love that two different tone of colors on between the bronze and the gold. Really helps us give a different kind of look to this. And it's back to that breaking up the colors that we were talking about a few episodes ago, where there's that subtle difference is huge to the eye, even if you don't realize it. It's fun to watch that stuff go down those cracks. And you can be a little bit more careful too if you want. There's like a bunch of different ways you can use this kind of stuff. And you just kind of get used to it. Now this is the front, so we kind of do want it a little bit more shiny. So we do want to be a little bit more careful. Looks great. Alright, now we gotta make a choice here. What color is it in the source material? Or is it even in that? So, you know, lately we've been finding stuff that they're doing that isn't in the source material. Yeah, like, see, he doesn't have... Oh, wait, yeah, he does. It's great. It's great. Exciting. So is that thing, honestly. But it's kind of not. It's kind of... I don't know, they messed with this a little bit. You can tell they did. Added and took away some stuff. Okay. Beardsley says, an hour-long lore video for Souls. That's a short video. Yeah, it was the smallest one I could find. You know the game is good when there's hundreds of completely different yet valid theories for even the smallest thing. Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. This they did a lot of work. It feels like a lot of the other Soul games were just them kind of warming up and getting an idea what they wanted to do for this one, because this is like more. This one's a little bit more like open worlded, right? It's a little like, wow, it's hard to explain. Like, it's a little bit different from what Cullen was saying. My son was saying it was different. It played different than the other Souls games, is what he said. The other FromSoft games. If I said that right. Hope I did. That's why I'm glad I have you two guys around to keep me honest. If I didn't have Rasmus and McBeardsley to keep me honest on this stuff, I would totally get off tangent. Okay, so we're talking about grays. Let's go ahead. No, we're going to do Payne's Gray. We're just going to do it. We're just going to do it. Look at me. Payne's Gray. It wants to be Payne's Gray. We're going to make it Payne's Gray. Okay, it's fine. I like the color anyway. It's one of my favorites. Don't forget to vote and poll if you're coming in. Welcome, welcome. We're working on this magnificent axe. Really cool. Why am I using that brush? We cut loose and have a good time around here too, so definitely feel free to chime in. We talk about anything. Piece of Padmates. This is from, well, hold on, wait. My favorite part about Souls lore, the lore of Souls games, is that there's lots of definite truths, but how things are pieced together is determined to interpretation, with a heavy dose of speculation. And then Rasmus says at me, please look up Mitre. She's one of the weirder designs in Elden Ring. Would probably be fun to paint too. I'm totally gonna, you know what? Okay, hold on. Let me put this paint on this thing, and then I'm going to look that up. We're here to goof off today. I got time. We're finishing this model. It's a finale show. We can go as late as we want. So I think sometimes people just fast forward through segments, you know, to get to pieces they want to see me do, things they want to see me do, tricks they want to see me use, I guess. I've had one other painter reach out to tell me he really liked the way I did the lion face. But other than that, I don't get a whole lot of people reaching out. But I am on Facebook and Instagram. Pieces Pat Paints. On both those, you can definitely reach me there. I answer them from time to time. If you have my personal Facebook, though, it's a whole lot easier. I'm not going to get that out to everybody. Heck yeah. Oh, I got to make sure we get that. Okay. Gotta let that dry. We got some work we got to do down here on these other pieces anyway. Just gonna let that set up. Oh, we're gonna look this up. Meter. You spelling that right? Y-R. Mother of Fingers. Oh, wild. That's crazy looking. That thing is nuts. I wonder if they've got any models for it. That thing's crazy. Yeah, no models for it yet. Closest thing you can get is like a finger. And only on a Cult. Cult has got, somebody's working on it. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe soon. Maybe soon. Definitely have to wait and check them out on later. I wish I could design models. What am I doing? I'm doing this piece of it. It would be a lot of fun to be able to design them. But like, I got so many other things that I got going on. Like trying to find time to learn how to do 3D design is not on the not super far up on my list of things to learn how to do. Alright, how are we gonna do this? That part, that inner part are gonna be bronze, or the iron. Really trying to bling out this axe head. Elden truly a culmination of everything FromSoft learned for 11 years. They took so much that they learned from Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and Sekiro, and married it all together into Elden Ring. Yeah. Rasmus says, I'm so happy I started with Elden Ring, though I doubt I will play the former games since I'm so used to all the luxuries that were introduced by Elden Ring. Talking more about Elden Ring. Rasmus has been playing for a while. Or he's been playing Elden Ring. It fearlessly has played them all. Seeing the distance people had to walk to retry bosses in previous games is enough to make me want to stick to the lands between. That's Rasmus. It's fun. Yeah, I played a little bit of 1 and a little bit of 2 on Dark Souls, and then I played a little bit of Sekiro. I feel like I got a little ways. I don't remember how far I got, but I feel like I got a ways. You know what, I'm gonna make this whole thing right here silver. With gold rings. Just to bring some bling over this way. The head of the axe is just so ornate and cool. It's gonna make the palm and back of it look a little blah. Peter Fast says, first I saw much I was equally shocked. Elden Ring might be the weirdest FromSoft game. Fingers play a major part of it. But she's even weirder by Elden Ring standards. Let's see. That's awesome. I have to 4 votes still. If you're just joining us, make sure you vote in the poll. About Elden Ring talk in the chats. We talk about just about everything around here though, so if you got something else you want to talk about, holla holla. We're talking about what I'm going to do next, or the polls for what I'm going to do next. I have a Ronnie, and I need to get on her, and it is for a client, which is awesome. But sometimes I like to take a little bit of a break in between these big Elden Ring pieces because they're so big. And so, you know, we'll get a little vote going, see what people say. If we end up with a tie, we're going to release it to the main community page, so you get a chance to double your vote there and get other people involved in voting. But we're gonna run this one till you know, right before we close down for the day. 4 votes is pretty cool. Pretty darn cool. One of our best performing polls ever. One of our only polls ever, but you know, whatever. Hey. This is the first one I've had one on live like this too. I think I may have tried it one other time and I didn't like it for this exact same reason, and I shut it off early. I don't remember. Maybe I didn't run it at all. Maybe I just thought I was going to do it and decided not to. You know, I'm still grooving through my YouTube journey, learning how to get things right. I like the interaction. I'm always looking for that. Bloodborne was also pretty. Maybe I'll look at some of the other FromSoft stuff too and see if they've got some of those Sekiro models. If there's some of those Sekiro models, those were really cool. But I'm a big fan of Japanese stuff, so that one's easy for me to enjoy. Alright, do this pommel. My nose itching like crazy. Okay, that's done. I'll put these little rivets in. Okay, so that's done. Now, take a look at this guy. Should be dried up by now. Yep, in good shape. Alright. And just a quick little shine up. Not much though. I'm not going to worry about the backside at all. But we do need to do this sash. Alright, almost done here. Yeah, that color looks great. Actually, I'm gonna kind of make this one that color too. Maybe just slightly different. Yeah. Okay, now to glue this thing together, I'm gonna shut down this paint thing. Talking about community with an eldritch god, yeah. Everything in this is super Lovecraftian, eldritchy. The whole thing is like that. Okay, so think about this for just a second. So the best way to do this is going to be glue the hands in and then glue the pieces on. Okay, now I know there's glue in this thing. Come on out of there. These Gorilla Glue 2s are sometimes get a little crazy. There it goes. But it does work really well with these models. Okay. This is this hand, so it's going to get this piece. Get in there. Get in there. Oh. Pull this camera up. There we go. Y'all can see what I'm doing. It's been quite a while since I've done, let's see, DS3 DLC patches. There's a bunch of stuff about this game I'm not exactly sure. I gotta focus on what I'm doing. Okay. Get that set before the glue sets in. All right. Oh, the axe head likes to droop, so we're gonna want to hold it in position for a while. Make sure it's gonna set right. That glue sits pretty quickly, so it's not too long. Not too bad. There we go. And we're gonna kind of keep watching it as we go. Oh my goodness. He looks so awesome. So cool. That's about as high up as I can get it. I think that's about it. journey. What a journey. And go through and see if there's any little places where I feel like I missed anything. Or I want to touch up. We need to glue those arms on if they're not actually glued on. And they're on there though. Alright, we're going to close this poll. We got 4 votes in. So we're going to close this down because we're about to start wrapping it up. I think that was enough. Alright, rubber duckies. Wow. A rubber ducky. Oh no, he says I have 2 rubber duckies of Solaire. Oh, awesome. Well, now I can see the rest of the chat. Okay. Let's see. I do feel like the underneath of this log needs a little bit more shadow. Right here. Oh, that made me crazy. Yeah, that's much better. That fur looks okay. Rubber duckies, they're pretty cool looking and cute. I have one on the shelf in the living room and the other one displayed in my office. That's fun. I'm gonna do a little bit more work on this little sash. There we go. Alright. Good Lord of mercy, I can't believe it's done. I don't even know what to do with myself. I gotta check, we gotta check what the pole ended up being. Where did I do that? Yeah, it's we're done with the piece. I wonder how. Goodness. Well, I did not see what the poll said. Who was winning in the poll? Do we know? Okay, 50% Randy over 25%, so Randy won. Well, there you go. What was your vote, Rasmussen? You wanted to change your Erasmus. You wanted to change yours over to something. We can do whatever we want. It's not like anybody sees the polls after this. But 2 for Ronnie. Put 2 for Ronnie. Sounds like we're gonna win that one. Unless, of course, you know your vote was gonna switch us over to Ronnie. So yeah, well, looks like we're gonna do that next. It'll be a fun build. It's a neat piece. She's got like. I think she's got like a setup behind her and stuff like that. A little bit more like our what was that one? That was Malekith. Malekith had like a big setup behind him. So it'll be that'll be really neat to do. And then I'll get on the list and see what we got after that. And Ronnie should be a little bit faster than this one. This one was I knew this one was going to be crazy. The lion was going to be nuts. I just knew. From looking at the source material in this one before I even got the model in hand that this thing was going to get crazy. Yeah, the Ronnie is going to be really neat. And with all the blues, it's a little bit easier palette, so you don't have to do quite as much different change-ups. And I knew this was going to have a lot of different things we had to do to it to get it to work right. Will she have the double faces that she has in the game? Might be hard to do since the faces are half translucent. I don't know. We'll unbox it. I've only like kind of looked at it at a quick glance to make sure that none of the pieces were broken, but I haven't really like started putting it together. So we're gonna do like the full unboxing of it all tomorrow. So that'll be. I don't need to be looking at all this. Let's get me out of here. Come on, Steve-O Vision. Bam. So tomorrow we'll we'll pull that out, and she's in a box down over there. But it's there's a lot of pieces to her, and none of it looked broken. Everything looked in pretty good shape, and a pretty good print. Pretty good. I think it's a resin print. It might be a mold. It's hard to tell. Well, when I really get into it, I'll be able to look at it and tell. Beardsley says, I believe it'll be a standard doll body Ranny. From when you meet her in the first few times, that's my guess. Yeah, that makes most sense. Yeah, I don't know. It's cool. It's a cool model. It looks really neat. I'm excited to see it out and we'll start putting together and stuff like that. It'd be neat. We got that, and then like I said, after that we might move on. Your Godfrey streams introduced me to your amazing content, so thanks. Hey, that's awesome, man. I think we're gonna keep doing some of this From Soft stuff off and on. I think they're really neat projects. We also have some other things we kind of do. Once we get closer to Day of the Dead, I'll pull out one of these skulls. I have a bunch of different Day of the Dead skulls I wanted to do and stuff. And then I'm going to try to keep it varied up. I'm going to keep painting different things. It's not patty paste Elden Ring pieces. But I've been really dug doing them. They're really neat models. So I definitely want to keep that coming, because it does seem to be in the zeitgeist and the cultural thing. So it drags people in like you, Rasmus, and I've had several other people that came in because of the Elden Ring stuff. So we're gonna keep up with that, and we're gonna yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work on Elden Ring, and we'll get to some other stuff later. No big deal. Anyway, well, that's like an hour and 22 minutes. It's a pretty long show, which is great for a finale. Let's do one more big sweep of the guy. He's so cool. This is such a great model. I'll do a short. I always do a little short where. No, let me come this way, Pat. This way. Get the mic out of the way. There we go. Yeah, he's looking so great. And really great flow to it. Who knew pieces Pat could paint? That's right, baby. I paint the whole time. Golly, the axe just finishes it. It's really got that great golden ratio thing going on. It's really well done piece. Really well done. I'm really happy with that. I can't wait to get Ronnie out. I pushed myself on some stuff here too. That freehand was a little bit. I haven't done that in a long time, so that was a good push. Oh, so happy with that one, guys. You're all amazing. Thank you so much for being on the journey for that one. I can't wait for our next one. It's gonna be fun. I don't know that it will be like the 30 plus hours that this guy is, but it'll be cool. Ronnie's gonna be really neat, and then we're off to some other stuff after that. We'll see what happens. We'll do another poll. I like polls. I don't really care what I paint on the lives, so it's fun to kind of do some polls, and unless it's something that like gets specifically requested. Like Mike and I's deal is his stuff gets painted on the lives, and it's been a huge draw. So I really enjoy it. So thank you to the Elden Ring community. You guys are awesome. Your thirst for this stuff is pretty insane. I like it. I dig it. I have a massive thirst for lots of things, so I totally understand. And you guys have converted me a little bit. I might not ever play the game, but man, I dig the lore. So it's definitely on. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much to everybody who stops by, everybody who helps. It really keeps my desire to paint going, and I even paint now when I'm not on lives, and like it's really pushed my my artistic stuff further than I would have been able to do on my own, and that's you guys' help. So in the communities that are coming in and out of the just the likes and the subscribes and the chats and the all the stuff. It's pretty amazing. It is. I think I think I'll keep doing it. But we'll be back tomorrow. Come see that. Come see Ronnie and like and subscribe if you haven't done that. And we're gonna talk to you tomorrow. Rolls out of here, Steve. Bye. Oh, sorry. What's he? Rasmus said. It's been so fun to see you slowly complete an amazing mini. Yeah, thank you so much, man. Okay, now I am really rolling out of here. I hate missing chats. I always like to respond to things. Anyway, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow on the next one. Kind of hard to call him a mini. Yeah, he's pretty. Well, I don't know, because like to scale. See, now you guys got me going some more. To scale, like that's one of the regular guys, right? That's like, is that right? Is that the scale? Or is he supposed to be a little bit bigger than that? But I do have this one. Eventually I'm going to paint this guy. He is mini, but he's the... That's fun. Anyway, that's a good place to end. That's a funny joke. Yeah, the mini. This is our other giant right here. This is the one I'm so proud of, and it's tiny compared to that thing. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. We really are leaving this time. I'll talk to you later. Call about love you, Solar. All right. Bye for real.